Hi and welcome to Hopping Chef. I'm Chef Shantanu and today we are going to learn one of my basic or rather favorite signature recipes, which is roasted ravioli of beetroot and goat cheese. Okay, so beetroot, we all know how much we love it or rather hate it. Actually this recipe came out as a chance discovery. We were supposed to have 10 kilos of beetroot at an hotel when I was working in London and I ordered 100 kilos. So now what to do? We had to do different recipes with beetroot, rather make a beetroot festival. So this recipe of open ravioli of roasted beetroot then came through, which since then has been a signature at Hunt Street House Hotel, which is where I worked in UK. So let's see how it's done. So I've got 2 medium beetroots here. What I'm going to need now is a baking tray. So I've got a preheated oven at 180 degrees and a baking tray out. So the roasting actually, along with softening, you can actually boil the beetroot as well. But I personally like roasting because then you have that slight roasted aroma along with beetroot, which is amazing. Next, what I need is I'll take a little bit of olive oil over the beetroot. Just drizzle it all around. Some freshly ground black pepper. Amazing. So the humble beetroot is going to turn into something magnificent, which you'll all be surprised to look at. Some salt. And just roll it all over. The tray is hot, mind you. So just some salt, some pepper and some olive oil all around, and this goes back for baking. And guys, this is going to take minimum of 40 minutes. It's beetroot, it needs to be soft, so don't worry about it. 180 degrees, 45 minutes. So I'm going to take a mixing bowl here, and I've got some lovely goat cheese called chevre as well. And when I was in UK, we had this policy that we used to use cheese only from the local area. So if we were in Bristol, which is southwest of UK, we used to use cheese that was only from southwest. But here in India, this is imported from France. So you're taking good amount of goat cheese at room temperature. If it's chilled, it'll be quite tight. If it's too hot, it will start melting out. So you need goat cheese that is at right room temperature. Some finely chopped garlic. And just see guys, this is so easy. But the plating looks so phenomenal. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to make. I've got some black olives which are pitted. So let's chop them up. I'm just using my knife. That's the olives. Along with the olives, I've got some nice green chives. They've got a subtle garlic flavor to it. So that adds to the flavor, the look, the aroma, everything. So some chives as finely as possible. But don't chop it twice. Otherwise, they lose all the juices and turn out black. So as finely as possible. Now, this goes into my mix. So what have we added here? Chives, olives and some garlic. Next is some again freshly ground black pepper. Just a hint of olive oil. And since this is a cold recipe, I'll suggest you use extra virgin. Then with some maple syrup, it adds a sweet undertone to this dish. Not too much, just a little bit maple syrup to this, and to give it some spice. Hey, end of the day, we like some spicy food. So some paprika. Now mind you, paprika is not as spicy as a Indian chili powder, but it's got a nice smoky flavor to it. So a little bit of paprika. Just beat it all. So just beat it all nicely. I don't mind eating it just like this on its own, but with beetroot, it adds another dimension to the dish. So we are ready with this. Okay. So good, it's been around 35-40 minutes. Let's check what's up with the beetroot. I reckon they're done. So we've got nice 2 hot roasted beetroot. But mind you, this is a cold dish. So what I need to do is really chill them good enough for good 1 hour at least in the fridge. And then we are ready to rock and roll. So now these are well chilled. What I just need to do is remove the tips off. Not exactly, but I have to get a good inch or an inch and a half circumference on this. On both sides. With any ring cutter this size, around an inch or slightly more than an inch. Just go straight in. And this is the barrel that I get. So this is what I need, a mandolin slicer. If you are confident about your knife skills, you can just slice it. But if you want equal slices, just use this. And this is what you get. Lovely looking thin roundels of beetroot. Amazing. So now what happens to this mix? We are getting it in a nice piping bag with a star nozzle or a plain simple nozzle. So I've got a disposable piping bag which I turn halfway upside down so it doesn't get messed up on the sides, and I'm using a nice large star nozzle, but if you don't have one, you can straight away nip this off and use it. This just makes the process more steady. So the nozzle is in. Now with my goat cheese, hold it in and just press the spoon. So it's better to have clean food, simple, gorgeous. Just tighten this and now just snip it off so that your nozzle comes out. Pull it a little so that it's all out. I'm going to take a nice clean black plate, a little bit cheese sauce. This is just for the backdrop. This is it. So I'm taking the first slice of the beetroot here. It's exciting to look at. Now with the goat cheese, just pipe it in the center, making sure that for the eye level, all the heights are almost the same. On top of this, you'll see that the sides are drooping slightly. So just with your little finger, press it in the center so it gets a good base and the slices are not drooping. Back to my olives, place it in the center. Just again a bit of the piping. And if you have any cress, pea cress, watercress, maybe some chives, some basil, whatever, and just place it all in one direction. A little bit olive oil on the same. Maple syrup once again. So some basil oil and some balsamic. And some basil oil towards the end. And look at this, gorgeous, fairly healthy, as long as you like the cheese. Roasted beetroot, something that you normally don't like, but make open goat cheese and beetroot ravioli. Simple to make, easy to make, quick, and you're all going to love it.